Hello, this is a program which I've called Fated to be Rich and Successful, money-wise, business-wise, building up an empire that way, but not interested in fame or recognition. So people, when they have their A and B fingers together, they will amass a lot of money but keep it very secret, and they are not at all interested in being in the eye of the public. Number one. Now, the finger A is called the Finger Saturn, and it always shows that this person could be very knowledgeable, could have a lot of scholarly degrees, and so he's very learned in all the modern ways or the traditional ways of doing business, and his basically belief is that he is on earth to just make a lot of money. The finger B is the finger that links him to governments or to big corporations, and he will find plenty of favors coming from them, and he will find plenty of support as well. And so these two fingers together have stayed away from the ring finger, so-called ring finger, which is next to the finger A. The ring finger is called the sun finger. That's the one that's staying away from the finger A. And the ring finger is, or rather the sun finger, is to be called the finger of fame and brilliance in terms of ideas. But the word fame is always attached to it. So in this case, the word fame is not shown interest at all. Now, I've drawn some lines, and firstly, I've drawn an area which under the finger B, and that I call the Jupiter Mount. Mount is short form for mountain. It'll be swollen like a mountain. And this kind of palm will have a very large Jupiter Mount, and it will be quite swollen, which means it's very active. And that's good for this palm, because if the finger B clinging to the finger A does not have a mount, it will not have the foundation and the possibility of attaining to make a lot of money. So when this kind of formation of A and B fingers together are seen, and a very strong mount of Jupiter is seen under the finger B, that is a surefire formula that the success rate in terms of making money will be very, very high and very good. All right. Now, under this finger B, the mount, I've drawn certain lines. Okay. Now, firstly, the line F. The line F is pointing to three lines which I've drawn, and these lines are all heading towards the line B, and these are called Jupiter lines. They can have their own journey from anywhere, but they will always want to end up underneath the finger B. So it's called the lines of Jupiter. And I've drawn three lines. You don't have to have three lines. I'm only giving you examples. Now, the line that is closest to the F and the arrow, that starts from the line I've marked as E. The E line is normally known in palmistry as the head line. I call it the line of mentality or the line of mental usage. And so that line, the Jupiter line that starts from the line E, shows that the brilliance comes in terms of making money through education and through knowledge of how to go about making money. So it is not by gut feeling, it is not by experience, it is through knowledge. Next to it, I've drawn a line which is starting from the line D, D for Denmark. And the line D is normally known as a lifeline. It's called a lifeline because the palmists try and gauge your length of life, whether short or long, seeing whether this line is short or long, okay, and whether there are any negative signs there. All right, so this second line of Jupiter starts from the line D, and that's a very good sign. That shows that this person is fated to do very well in life, and he may even get the opportunities to do very well in life at a younger age. So I like it just as much if it starts from if we start from the line D. The third line is not starting from any line. The third line of Jupiter is just floating on the mount of Jupiter. And that normally shows that success rate will come later in life. Okay? Later in life. So, two things are important to watch. One is to see if the lines of Jupiter are there, if your A and B fingers are together. Secondly, to see if there's a line of Jupiter at all. If the lines of Jupiter are missing, that would not be a good sign, because the finger B will become very weak. And the A shows direction how to make money through wisdom, but the B actually gets into the act of making money. So it needs the support of a good mount, a good mountain, a swelling under the finger B, which is called a Jupiter mount, and it needs a Jupiter line. Now, when these two lines A and B are together, now what happens? There's a slight disconnection going on. I'm going to repeat this. There was a slight disconnection. If these two fingers A and B get together, what happens? The energy from the planet Saturn and the energy from the planet Jupiter will get together. And so the opportunity of being fated to be successful comes into mind. The planet of philosophy and fate is always the line A. Remember that. Okay? So this is a bit of information given to you. When you meet somebody, or if you have this inclination of A and B fingers getting together, make sure to have a look if you have a Jupiter line. Make sure to see that your mount of Jupiter is nice and swollen. And if it's all there, you are going to become a very rich person, but you will be a person not interested in fame. You will want to do it quietly and secretly. No harm in that at all. So that's a little bit of information for the fingers A and B together. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Goodbye.